Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Breaking Bad video. This video is about Todd Alquist, a character from Breaking Bad who is most likely insane. Well, we already know he's insane. As soon as you see him drop the kid, forgot his name, but the episode where he kills a child where Jesse tries to stop him, a real turning point in the series where it was coming to an end. And today we're not talking about the morality or the sanity of Todd Alquist. We're talking about which side was he really on. Was he on the side of family or business? It's hard to say which side he was really on because, well, I have a couple things we're going to talk about. First, Ozymandias, not Granite State yet. Yeah, Ozymandias, we can see when Jesse hides behind the car, Jack and his gang don't know where he is. But if you look where Todd comes from saying he doesn't know where Jesse is, you can clearly see him coming from the car. This makes me think that he knew Jesse was there, and he knew that Jesse was hiding, and he didn't want to give up Jesse. The reason why I say this is because Jesse and Todd have a very strange relationship that we see in El Camino. We see that in El Camino, he's the most friendly that we see on screen to him, and obviously his other family, well, basically family, and Jack's gang acting towards Jesse. But in other episodes, we even see that he says to Jesse's love interest, Gloria, or he says not personal. We have never seen Todd saying this. I don't think it's just because it was a business thing, because I don't think they really care about being formal with Jesse while they keep him as a slave. And honestly, I just don't think they would, anyone will have that type of sympathy for him because they're doing all these things. But I think Todd didn't want to get Jesse caught. I don't think he wanted to have him as dad, but he knew if he didn't, he wasn't afraid of dying from Jack. He was afraid of upsetting Jack and not him basically kicking him out of his family or not calling him family anymore. I also want to call out that Todd in the last episode finale, he also, when the gun stops firing out of Walt's car, he looks up. He looks perfectly calm. He obviously knows it had to shoot most of his family. He says, I think it's over. I think that is the biggest indicator that, yeah, sure, he might be sad that they're gone, but he really wanted to be with Walt and Jesse, working with them. But obviously Jesse, because he knows Todd is a monster, killed Todd, and then asking, basically clarifying that it's all over. But, I wonder if Jesse did not kill Todd, if he would have been okay or calm with Jesse and Walt, because he seemed pretty calm after a gun had just mowed down his whole entire, basically, family. And that's why I'm questioning the morality of Todd Alquist, because not the morality, just the sides he's on. I think he really did like working with Walter, because obviously Walt was kind of shocked and impressed of how Todd was working with him saying, I won't get paid until I do it right. And obviously Jack even called it out. He has a lot of respect for Walter, and I think that he does have some decisions he was making out in his head in some scenes, like even in not Ozymandias, it was Granite State. At the beginning of that episode, after Hank is shot, he looks kind of sad about them taking Jesse and basically going off to kill him. He seemed kind of disappointed, and even when they shot Hank and Todd saw Walt's reaction, he looked kind of disappointed again, really asking the question, which side is this guy on? It's never clearly said. We're most likely showed that he's on Jack's side. But I really think Todd Alquist kind of wanted to really work with Jesse and Walt. I don't think he wanted to really work with Jack. And he just really didn't really care about that, about what Jack and them were doing. Because he just seemed like he actually enjoyed working with Jesse. Obviously, Jesse didn't because he was a slave, but like they really wanted Todd. He really wanted to work with them. And I just think off of the visual clues and how he acts when certain bad things happen to them, like he was even saying to Walter when he came to Jack's hideout when he was an outlaw. He's like, you shouldn't do this. You and he even says you shouldn't have come here, Mr. White, because he obviously doesn't want to see Walter die. But he knows if he does this, he will die. Showing true, actual kind of sadness for this person. We never see this from Todd, except for man, I'm forgetting these characters' name, but the woman that was working with Gustavo. He obviously was interested in her romantically and really liked her. I think if Todd learned that he poisoned her, he would have freaked out. He wouldn't have been okay with that. I think that's what would have went over the edge if he did just let them go, because he would have obviously connected the dots, saying, "Oh, this was most likely Walter," and Jesse would have probably, if he didn't kill him while he was getting away way before, would have probably let Todd kill him, because Jesse wouldn't have cared. Jesse would have been on the run. And obviously Walt would have died anyway, so yeah. I think that would be the only thing. If Todd did live, he would also have to feel the pain of his love interest being taken away, which I think would have been a really good scene to see Todd go through the same pain Jesse did. But would he even show that pain, or would he like just have a single tear? We don't know. That's what a good mystery it is about it. And if Jesse just left, if Jesse just ran to Walt's car he had brought to Jack's base, he would have been gone. And it also brings that one detail to the last episode of Breaking Bad of Walt cooking meth and trying it for the first time. He could have done it alongside with Todd. I know that would have been kind of, I don't really like that idea, but that's something like could have done. I don't really like the idea of his last seconds being with a season 6 character but we barely even got to know. No, I think that would have been bad, but I can see some people thinking that's a good idea or something. But honestly, I just think, in my personal opinion, Todd Alquist is on Walt and Jesse's side. I think he started off heavily on Jack's side, but he really respected Walt and Jesse, and seeing those people he deeply respected getting hurt because of his actions that he could have possibly stopped, really just made him go onto Walt and Jesse's side. So honestly, I think it would have been cool to see him express that more, because we obviously saw hints of it. But I guess we'll never know. But that's all I wanted to say in this video. I plan on making a video in a couple more days whenever I get free time. But I plan on making one for Primal, the show Primal, if you've ever seen it. And I also plan on making one for an exposed video on another creator here. It's a game creator. He's kind of a small channel, but some controversy said some racist commentary. He said to me personally in a private conversation. But yeah, that will be my next video, an exposed video on Aiden, or otherwise known as Poopa Shoopa. So yeah, we'll get that soon. Okay, see you later.